Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to Sessions with Ugo. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching and talking about how you can keep your kitty cat, your coochie, your vagina in a hole. Let me stop using big grammar. Your vagina smelling and feeling healthy all through the day. Now, I have realized that there are a lot of mistakes that we as women we make in the bid to, keep that place looking fresh, keep that place feeling sweet, keep that place feeling juicy. And these things are costing us our pH balance. Those things are costing us our vaginal health. So I've decided to come and talk about these major issues and how you can just basically take precautions to keep down there feeling fresh and smelling fresh all through the day, right? So let me say this: your vagina, your kitty cat, your cookie, your coochie is not supposed to smell like flour. It's not supposed to smell like pineapples. It's not supposed to smell like roses. It's supposed to smell like a normal organ, like a normal skin, right? Because I see that a lot of us are trying to use fragrances, trying to use different products to make that place smell good for a man or for whatever. But trust me, those things are damaging our vaginal health. So there are other ways to make that place feel fresh than just always using scented things. So if you have been doing that, you need to stop because you are damaging your pH balance. It's doing more harm to your kitty cat than you can imagine. So let's get straight into the video, right? The first thing you can do in order to keep down there smelling and feeling healthy is to wax or to shave. Now, me personally, I always prefer waxing or sugar waxing because it is very exfoliating, and not only does it keep that place feeling very soft and smooth, it also helps to exfoliate the dead skin cells around that area. The only downside to sugar waxing is that it is very, very painful. The pain is a 100/100. Like, I trust me, it is so painful, but the after effect is always very sweet. Your kitty cat feels very soft, and the hair takes longer for it to grow. But if you're somebody that don't like waxing, or you don't have a very, very high tolerance for pain, then I would recommend you to shave. Now, the mistake a lot of us do is, I used to use shaving stick when I was a lot, maybe like last year or like 2 years ago, but I have stopped. There are other alternatives now to shaving sticks. And I think Oraimo has this really nice three mouth shaver that doesn't give you bumps. It is very easy to use. Number one, it does not give you cuts, and also it's very, very mild. Like, it's not so sharp, it is mild, so it will not give you any complications down there. So I think those are other alternatives you can use to using shaving sticks, because shaving sticks can give you cuts, it can give you bumps, and those bumps can also cause irritations down there. You'll be bleeding unnecessarily and all of that, and you do not really want that. So there are other alternatives. If you don't like to use sugar wax, I would recommend you get a different type of shaver or a shaving device. I will attach the picture of that Oraimo's on here. It is very easy to use, and it is not going to give you all those cuts. It's not going to give you bumps, because the things that cause bumps most times is when we use shaving stick, we start getting irritation and things like that. So if you do not want to use sugar waxing or strip waxing, you can use a proper shaving device. I wouldn't really recommend shaving stick, but you just need to make sure that you don't have too many hairs down here, because the more hairs you have, the more you are sweating, the more you're into activities, the more you start having an odor. Do you understand? Because then those are hairs, they are trapping in sweat, trapping in a lot of things. So it is a place for odor to breathe very well. So that's why you have to keep down there clean and shave. So that is the first point. Now, the second thing you should do if you want to keep your kitty cat, you want to keep down there smelling fresh and feeling healthy, is to stop using all these extremely scented gels and washes down there. Now, if you're using those scented shower gels, right, to wash the inner part of your vagina, because mind you, the vagina has two parts. We have the outer part, which is the vulva, and we have the inside part of the vagina. Now, if you want to use your soaps and gels to wash the outer part of your vagina, it is okay. That is your vulva. I will try and attach a picture here. You only use those mild soaps and mild gels to wash the outermost area of your vagina. But if you're using it inside, you are damaging your vagina health. Because if you use it to wash the inner part of your vagina, the vagina has good bacteria. The vagina has good bacteria inside, which is called the lactobacillus species. Now, what does this lactobacilli do? It is what helps to produce lactic acid and hydrogen peroxide, which helps to inhibit the growth of yeast infections and other infections that we have inside our vagina, right? So by the time you use these scented soaps, these fragrances, these harsh soaps to wash the inner part of your vagina, you are going to be killing some of these good bacteria, which is supposed to help you maintain the health of your vagina, right? So that's why I am saying, if you must use a scented soap, make sure that you are using it at the outermost part of your vagina and not the inside, because you will be killing those good bacteria inside that's supposed to help you prevent yeast infections. Okay, so that is something that I want you guys to know. Stop using scented gel. Stop using, that'll make you smell like peach, jasmine, vanilla. No, your vagina is not supposed to smell like that. It's supposed to smell like normal skin. The next thing you can do to keep your vagina healthy, or to basically just keep that place smelling and feeling good all day, is to make sure you change your panties regularly, at least once in 2 months. You throw away everything and you get new ones, preferably cotton panties, because they are more breathable and then they allow you feel comfortable. They are not too tight and they don't give you irritation on your skin. And also, if you know that you have treated infection, or anytime you treat any kind of infection, be it yeast infection or any kind of infection, make sure that you change your panties. Like, change everything. Do not use the same panties that you have used to treat yeast infection or any kind of infection and keep using it after the treatment, because there is a higher chance of reoccurrence if you keep wearing it. So make sure you change your panties regularly, at least once in 2 months. Throw out everything and bring in new ones. That way you're sure that if there are anything that has stuck to your panties, or if there's anything that has been there that is no longer healthy for you, you know that you have gotten rid of them. Because some people use panties for like 6 months. You're wearing the same panties, especially if you're not using panty liners with your panties. So if you're using panty liners, then I can say, okay, maybe you can use them for like 3 months max at best. 3 months max if you are using panty liners. But if you are not using panty liners, make sure you are changing your panties at least once in 2 months. Throw everything away and get new ones. Okay, the next way you can keep that place smelling fresh all day is to make sure that you have to clean up after yourself when you have peed. Now, if you're somebody that, if you're still young, you might not know this, but make sure you always have some form of baby wipe or tissue paper inside your bag. If you go to a public place, when you have peed and you're done, you need to clean up after yourself. You need to take a tissue and clean up. That way, peas don't drop on your panties and then causes you to smell, because that's another way you can smell and you can have an odor. Those peas the droplets stay on your panties, and over time they start having this very bad odor. So you want to make sure you always have a tissue paper, a pocket tissue, pocket wipes, something that you can use to clean up when you're done using the restroom. It is a must. You must make sure that you are always doing that, otherwise you're going to stink, you are going to smell. And make sure that you also incorporate panty liners into your routine. If you can afford panty liners, it's going to really help you, because you can change them regularly throughout the day. So if you are somebody that's always busy, you're always working, you're always doing something or the other throughout the day, you're always under hot sun, your work is very strenuous, you might need to change your panty liners regularly, or if it's possible to take extra panties in your bag and go out, so that by the time you start feeling somehow, because the truth that you can smell yourself, like you know when you are starting to smell. If you are very observant, you can feel it. So if anytime you feel like, okay, I have sweated too much, I'm under sweat, and I'm starting to have an odor, you go in the restroom, you take your wipes, your tissue paper, whatever, you clean up and you change your panties to have something fresh. Okay? Or you change your panty liners and put a new one. That way you're going to keep that place smelling fresh all day. It's not by using scented perfumes or scented gels. That will only mess up your pH balance. The next thing you can do to make sure that your vaginal health is healthy and you smell good is to be careful of the kind of supplements you take. Some people take outrageous amounts of supplements in the name of, oh, I want that place to be sweet, I want that place to be juicy, I want that place to be dripping. Hello? And so these supplements are not even certified by NAFDAC. They're not even recommended to you. You're just buying them because that vendor said, oh, it will keep you wet, it will keep you juicy. See, relax, right? The vagina is a human being, literally. It is working. And then normally, if you're sexually aroused, it is supposed to. But if you have gotten to a stage where you don't get wet like you used to, or you're not like, as active, or you don't feel that arousal, you go and see a doctor. Let them prescribe supplements for you to take. You should not be taking too many. Some of you are taking sweeteners, some of you are taking honey this, honey that. Those things are going to affect your vaginal pH balance. Over time, you just start smelling, because there are too many things that would have been going on down there. Mind you, by the time you excrete too much juice, you're always dripping wet. Those things can cause you to start smelling, because you won't have control over it anymore. You can't regulate it. And by the time they stay on your panties for too long, they will start smelling. Your pants will start smelling, and it will make you smell. So be careful of the kind of supplements you are taking. Don't complicate your vaginal health. If you must, make sure that at least that brand you're using is certified, has a NAFDAC number. It is like good for you to take. The government has said, okay, this is good for you to take, and preferably recommended to you by a gynecologist. But stop taking matters into your own hands. Stop using things that are going to destroy your vaginal health. If you're still young, I don't think there's any need for you to keep complicating these things. You're by taking all these supplements, taking all these sweeteners, taking all these aphrodisiacs. I'm not saying aphrodisiac is bad. All I am saying is that reduce your intake and make sure that the person you're buying from is a vendor that at least is certified by the government. And it is safe for you to take. And don't take too many at once, because those things would have an effect on your vaginal health. And also, if you're someone that is sexually active, make sure that you are taking your cranberry supplement. Your cranberry supplement would help you to cleanse your urinary tract and prevent urinary tract infections, because urinary tract infections are mostly gotten from sex or after sex. So you don't want to risk it. You really do not want to risk it. So I just hope that with all these tips, you have been able to understand that your vagina is a human being, and there are ways that you can prevent the odor from being too much. It is normal for you to have a little odor once here and there, because you're a human being, you're working, you're active. But there's a way you can prevent it, there's a way you can curtail it. Your vagina is not supposed to smell like strawberry and peach throughout the day. No, it is an organ that is always working. So you don't stress it too much. Okay. So if you really, and finally, eat your fruit. Even if you want that good smelling vagina and all that, eat your pineapples, take your fruits regularly. The more you take your fruits regularly, the better your vagina would smell, and in a natural occurring way, not the one that you went to induce by yourself or went to go and use by yourself. So take your pineapples, take your grapes, take your tangerines, take them regularly. They are also going to help improve your vaginal health. So if you have enjoyed this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.